One of the key underlying philosophies within the art of Taoism, and of course all of the practices that are attached to it, is the idea of Wu Wei. Wu Wei is often translated as non-doing, but to me, non-involvement, non-interference, non-contrivance, these are things that these are ways to better translate that term. Now, all of these philosophies have a real-world application within the practice, otherwise they would be empty intellectualization. So in the case of our practice, it is largely to do with the way that the mind involves itself with our body and within our system. So if I were to apply Wu Wei into my body, what I am looking at is stabilized attention on my insides. So when I bring the mind into the body, I'm after being attentive and not involving myself in trying to change anything on the inside of my body, meaning that I don't have any contrivances, no intent, no visualizations, no imagination, not even any goal when I'm inside the body. I am simply letting my mind reside inside. The logic is that if I can take an internal mechanism, and it's not that different from outside life in many ways, or dealing with other people, is if I can apply stabilized attention, pure attention, to that mechanism on the inside, it will flourish. Intent is almost stunting, stunts the growth of something. Intent is like a prison that traps and constricts the growth. It's like you're over-controlling, yeah? Attention is the opposite. It nourishes, so that something can grow and flourish in the way that it's supposed to. Now, the view is that in many ways, Chinese medical people will be used to this kind of concept, that we have a kind of subtle background intent always taking place within our body. And that intent is often based upon our biases, our preference, our emotional state, whatever we wish to do with our life or whatever. And this subtle intent is always working away at reconfiguring the quality of the inside of the body until all of my intent around anxiety, my intent around fear starts to impact the health of the qi and then the health of the rest of my body. If, however, I can bring the mind inside and I am purely attentive, then it can start to flourish. This is actually, it sounds like a very easy principle, but I've seen people struggle with this for many years. How to bring the mind into the body and to simply non-govern, to simply apply Wu Wei, to simply be stabilized and attentive so that you can flourish. Once you can do it, actually, many things can start to benefit on your insides. So, for example, many times I've been sick or injured, and I've had to do whatever medical treatments I need alongside this. Maybe I have to take Chinese herbs, which is usually my go-to, or maybe I've had to go to a body worker to put an injury back together or something like this. But when I assist whatever treatment I'm having, I assist by simply bringing my mind inside and being attentive to the whole system. I don't have the intent to change anything. I don't even have the intent to heal. I don't have the intent to fix. I am simply attentive. When my attention is pure and it is free from any of those desires, then I'm now applying Wu Wei, non-governance, on the inside of my body, and then the qi will build. And you will find that it is a very quick way to return the body to health or efficiency of functioning, and also the way that we can actually locate the elusive qi of cultivation that we're trying to hunt through these arts. They say that when somebody can apply Wu Wei, then out of Wu Wei is born Ziran. And Ziran is often translated as nature, meaning trees or the water or something like this. And okay, fair enough. The outside world definitely has an application to our well-being. But Ziran, more accurately to me, means something that is expressed from inside, true expression, self-expression. So what it means is, if I can sit and apply pure, stabilized attention, Wu Wei, then something true and pure will be born from inside. And this truth and purity that's born from inside nourishes you on every single level. You will find that when you can start to apply this principle effectively, the sitting practice or the inside practice at the end of the day when you sit and just bring your mind inside becomes the most pleasant part of your day, because that stabilized attention leads to a joy and a pleasure of the refinement of the internal environment through your practice.